Another rough week for Nvidia in the books, guys. And in my opinion, look, I know a lot of you probably agree, this stock is too cheap to ignore at this point. So we have to break down how Nvidia did this week, the charts, and more importantly, the numbers, what we're actually looking at here under the hood, right, with the company. And again, it's almost too cheap to ignore, trading at 22 times forward earnings for a company growing on the top line last quarter, what, 80%? And the type of margins they have, the profitability of this company, right, where they're going moving forward. Guys, this stock is so cheap, so we have to break down, again, the numbers, the charts, what I'm doing, so let's do it. Happy Friday, guys. Hope you all had a great week and have an even better weekend. Let's talk Nvidia. So it went down 1.6% today, and it started off the week at 213, 214. That was on Monday, and we had red day after red day after red day. And overall, from top to bottom this week, we went down 10%. So think about that. Now we must be in a bear market if I pull up the 4-hour chart, right? I mean, yeah, we have to be. We hit 240. Now we're down to 192.50 as of today's close. Yeah, we're down 20% from that all-time high roughly. That puts us in a bear market. And again, these numbers, guys, the ratios, they're almost too cheap to ignore. And I know Nvidia is a mega cap company, but it doesn't mean it can't trade cheap from time to time. I think now is one of those times. And man, I still think this is going much higher. And you'll see in a minute here what the analysts are saying. They have some crazy price targets, guys. So check this out. By the way, on the 4-hour time frame here, Nvidia is still trading above this critical support, which was resistance for months, but it's barely holding on. I mean, look, 190 was resistance, 190 to 195 all throughout. When was that? The middle of November, all throughout pretty much. Let's see here, guys. The middle of April. So we're holding that by a thread right now. If that breaks, I mean, look, we realistically could be going down to the 180, 185 range, but that would make the stock even cheaper. I would be buying up a bunch of it at that point. I mean, look, I bought some shares at 203 about 2 weeks ago, and admittedly, I haven't bought much since the breakout because I was buying a bunch before the breakout to 240, and about a year, 12, 14 months ago, I was really buying up Nvidia when the stock got down to 80, 90, $100 during the Liberation Day drop. So if it gets down another $10, heck, even here, I'm looking to buy more, and eventually it might take out Amazon and be the #1 holding in my portfolio. Maybe. We'll see. So let's just talk about the numbers now, guys, which again, the chart, and by the way, the chart looks pretty good. Yeah, it's about to take out a critical support, but in the grand scheme of things, when in doubt, zoom out. We're still uptrending, so I'm not worried whatsoever about the chart. Maybe in the short term, again, it's a little shaky, but I have no doubts Nvidia is going to recover chart-wise. No doubts. And it's all about the fundamentals because at the end of the day, that is what drives the charts longer term. In the short term, yeah, charts could go up and down, but long term, as long as Nvidia keeps delivering quarter after quarter, and I think they will, right, for the foreseeable future, the stock's going to follow, and I think it's going a lot higher, obviously, right, if you guys haven't gotten that hint yet. So let me show you this right here. They're currently trading at a, what, $4.7 trillion market cap. Let me pull this page up, actually. This is important. $4.74 trillion market cap, and here we go. We're malfunctioning already. Nope, no, we're not. We're back. Market cap, $4.74 trillion, trailing PE of under 30, man, which historically, looking back the last couple of quarters, that's very cheap. Look, again, it's at 30. Last quarter, 40. Before that, 47, 57, 57, 37. And again, this company's still growing, and based on their guidance, they're going to continue growing big time. And the forward PE, 22, man, 22 forward PE, which is insane. And that is also a low, at least here with the previous couple quarters of data we have. We can see last quarter it was 24 and a half. Before that, 25, 31 and a half, almost 40. It was 24 here back in April of 25. That's when the stock fell pretty aggressively that quarter. So we're trading at low 20s on the forward PE. That's just bonkers in my opinion, valuation-wise. And look at what the analysts are saying here, guys. We can see if we zoom in, and obviously we got to take this with a grain of salt, of course. Analysts, they can be wrong, as anybody could be wrong, but the majority of Wall Street analysts have Nvidia as a smash buy right now. We can see the analyst price targets here. The average is 298. The current price is 192, and the low on the street is $180 a share. So you're telling me Nvidia growing like how it's growing, trading at 22 times earnings, being the leader of this AI narrative, right? And they're the most dominant company in the space. You're telling me they're trading at 22 times forward earnings, and they're near the bottom end of the price targets. I mean, come on, guys. And I get it. They've seen a lot of growth. The company's almost $5 trillion, but it could go to 10. I genuinely believe this is the type of company that could go towards 10. Maybe it doesn't go to 10 trillion, but it can get close. 7, 8, 9, maybe 10, maybe beyond, right? People have to realize companies are going to get a lot bigger, right? We're hearing SpaceX will be a $20 trillion company. I don't know about that necessarily, right? But we saw the first $1 trillion company, right? And people were like, oh my God, first $1 trillion company. I remember that like it was yesterday. It wasn't that long ago. First $1 trillion company. Now we got the first $5 trillion company. Do you guys think we're not going to get a 10 trillion, 15, $20 trillion company eventually? I think we will. And yeah, Nvidia, for it to get to 500, which is the high price target on the street, it's got to get towards, past 10 trillion, right? People are that bullish. Firms are that bullish on Nvidia. Now, am I that bullish? These, I think, are 12-month targets, so that's crazy. I mean, come on. But could we go to 300? Yes. Could we go to 400? I totally believe so, in due time. 400 might be a little further out, but 275, 300, no doubt is in the cards very soon here, in my opinion. Not tomorrow, but if you have some time on your side, 12, 18 months tops, in my opinion, that's where we'll be. I'm looking to buy more again. And we can see we have strong buy ratings from 10 analysts. We have 49 buy ratings on the stock if we zoom in here. And one hold, one underperform rating, if that. And we can see here the latest rating was from China Renaissance. They initiated a buy, 319 target. Pretty much everybody here, guys. Look, everybody, literally. Rosenblatt, Piper Sandler, Bernstein, Raymond James, right? Cantor Fitzgerald, Argus Research. All these firms have a buy rating, overweight, outperform, strong buy. Wedbush has a 330 price target, strong outperform rating. Let's see, who has the $500 target? Baird has the outperform with the $500 price target. That would be insane. I would love that. But we got to be realistic at the same time. And looking at the numbers here, guys, that they're about to report, I know earnings are a few weeks away, obviously, more than that. But hey, we can see for the current quarter, get ready for this, guys. This is what I'm talking about. Based on 41 analysts here, do you guys see what I'm looking at? Based on 41 analysts, the average revenue estimate is $91.73 billion versus last year's $46.7 billion. So they're pretty much going to double up on revenue year over year. 96% growth is what's projected on current year revenue. Full year revenue of, let's see here, on average, the estimate's 391 billion versus last year's 215. So on the full year, they're projecting 81% revenue growth, and for the current quarter, 96%. So, I mean, I get it. It's Nvidia, almost $5 trillion. How much more could it go up? But these numbers are unbelievable. I mean, if this company was trading at, let's say, for example, hypothetically, like $500 billion, I mean, this would be the cheapest stock and the easiest multi-bagger in the universe at that point. You know, if they're trading at 22 times forward earnings, growing revenue like this, I would be like, what's wrong? What am I missing here? But the fact that, again, it's Nvidia, $5 trillion market cap, how much more could it go up? I think it could go up a lot more. The market is a little shaky on that right now for other reasons, right? Well, I don't know. A lot's going on in the AI trade right now. There's some spookiness, right? A lot of these bigger names are falling. Broadcom, you know, you got, again, Nvidia, a bunch of other names. But I think it's just short-term pain for the long-term gain. And if we're looking at earnings, they're projecting $2.08 on average, 40 analysts, versus last year's $1.05. So they're going to double up EPS, pretty much double up revenue, trading at 22 times forward earnings. It's a no-brainer. If you have time on your side, look, I can't tell you what's going to happen next week, next month. We could make predictions. We could have fun with it, but you got to think long-term with companies like Nvidia, companies like Amazon. Some stocks are meant for the long haul. You know, you don't always have to trade in and out of everything. Some stocks are meant for the long haul. And sure, I have trades on. I have stocks that I'm going to be out of in a month. But the majority of my money is in long-term stocks, ETFs. And then I trade, obviously, with a good amount of money. Don't get me wrong. But it's not like the entire pie. You know what I mean? So, and that's what I think is the smart thing, or the smart way. That's the way to do it. Have a 90%, let's say, for example, 85%, 75%, whatever, of your money in quality stocks, ETFs for the long term. Then you can have your 25%, 10, 15%, whatever. It's up to you. You can play with that money with, in terms of, you know, riskier stocks. Maybe you want to do options. Maybe you want to pick some crazy growth stocks that could 100x potentially, you know. That's the way to do it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. Follow along for more. Hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you guys for watching. And join my Patreon if you want to keep up with my portfolio updates, my trades, investments. If you want to be a part of my private Discord, guys, all that's linked down below, pinned in the comments. Or go to StockSurfS.com/Patreon. And with that being said, I'll see you in there or in the next video. Have a great weekend.